Hello and welcome to Darlington for the round of South Carolina. One of the toughest ovals on the Darlington Raceway is one of the toughest ovals that ARCSOA goes to. It's very narrow and it has a lot of two different corners, very difficult to set up your car for. That is Darlington. The big news items going into this are that the teams for next season were announced as a couple of new teams on the grid. No part-time championship next year either. New CEO Kay Latani, Australian Kay Latani, who's taking over for CEO Stephanie Tilton, did not really want that part-time championship. Some big names is that Henry Sanford will be joining Kenny Might, who's going to go full-time for the 20th season. I know he said in the past that he was going to retire after season 17. However, apparently that was not the case because apparently ARCSOA really asked for him to be back for season 20, and apparently the old gang is getting back together, with Nick Mace being rumored for a full-time car as well. So a couple other cars. Nick Pericles was confirmed to the Silver Sport team alongside of Ryan Griffin, who will be taking over one of the Ferraris beyond Lime Rock in 2 weeks after Alan Cavagnaro retires. So other than that, should be a pretty interesting weekend, and we might get into some silly season elements if the race allows us to. Anyway, let's go to the race. Jake Baskinger leads the field down to the green here at Darlington Speedway. This is going to be a pretty interesting race as tire fall-off has been an issue this weekend. We already had a car in the back. James Silverfox has a mechanical problem, or has something going wrong, so there is going to be a lot of tire fall-off, I believe, in this race, so pit strategy will be an issue here as Vincent Allen goes into second position. Jake Baskinger gets a nice early lead. Here they go, entering turn number 3 and 4. This track is an egg-shaped oval that you've got to be really careful about driving on because it can be a little bit daunting if you're not careful. But Baskinger leads the first lap at 95 here at Darlington Speedway. One of the most impressive showings today has been the Blue Flare cars this weekend. They've got an upgrade, and they're actually were fighting in the top 20 in practice. Believe it or not, Pericles and Ray Hall have been doing quite well in practice sessions leading up into this race. So expect them to maybe get up the order a little bit here. They should be able to work their way forward around this track today. Richard Johnson in the last start for the Eurosport cars has fallen back like a rock. We expected him to be actually kind of strong here at Darlington, but that hasn't happened. And he has been falling back kind of like a rock since this race started. It looks like we got Lamas also down low as well, going on Shelton, the hometown favorite for this race. It's from South Carolina, Jessica Shelton. A little further back we have Jacob Hart in the 19 car. His brother Noah Hart is actually climbing up the championship pretty quickly. He's battling with Nick Mace, his teammate, his part-time teammate. Noah Hart has been the most impressive car as of late, and well, could be a definite championship contender as Vincent Allen is looking to close in little by little on Jake Baskinger, who was strong here, nearly won the race last season, but didn't. Just barely got edged out by Marian Shawrot last season. Vincent Allen actually has been caught by Charlie Fabrosis now, who is the fastest car on track, I believe, right now. But we're already starting to see some of this tire fall off. Oh, there's Silverfox in the wall. There is something seriously wrong with that car, and, well, tough break for James Silverfox, to be honest. Battle for fourth position between Tuomas Saarinen and Alan Cavagnaro. Saarinen pretty much dispatches his teammate quite easily. Cavagnaro's got 2 more races left in his ARCSOA career. One at New York next week, and then his final race at Lime Rock. No part-time cars will be participating at Lime Rock, so Cavagnaro will have a pretty nice send-off. Rick Schultz is falling back like a rock now. Schultz has not been very strong this season. He is now, and in this race, but this season as a whole, he has not been very strong, and Schultz needs to... Whoa! Pericles in the wall in front of him! And I believe one of the Audis further back got into the wall as well. That would be Ike Durbin, who's had a disastrous weekend here at Darlington. Hasn't been one of his better tracks so far, Darlington. And Ike Durbin has been struggling here. Vincent Allen now is looking pretty intent on trying to get by Baskinger. Baskinger's car doesn't look like it's handling as well as Vincent Allen's. Vincent Allen's is pretty much sticking to the inside line. Baskinger's going out a little bit wider, but we are already seeing some pretty we're going to see some pretty intense tire fall off in this race. So, like I said, pit strategy could be a big factor in this one. Now Charlie Fabrosis is on the back of Vincent Allen. This is, like I said, this track is very momentum-based. You've got to have some momentum to get this track right. And, well, Fabrosis seemingly does have that right now. Fabrosis was the fastest car on track for a little while there. I'm not sure if he still is. It looks like actually Baskinger has retaken that honor. But it is going to be very interesting as, I think we do have a slow-sounding car out there on track. Got to find out what happened. Cooper Siron, if he's going to be a champion, needs to get up the order a little bit there, as he needs some good finishes, as James Shelley is in 18th position, so this could be a good day for Siron if he's plays his cards correctly. Nathan McCain also needs a great day to improve on his points hauling. Noah Hart now, he needs to get up the order and not let... Oh boy, we had a crash there. Unsure what that was about. We'll get to that in a minute. No caution for this wreck, but Rick Schultz would get into the outside wall here. And, well, pretty much come right down in front of Charles Sanford. Sanford really didn't have much time to really deal with him, and Schultz would spin to the inside wall. He would, however, continue going, I believe. And, Schultz, bad luck for him because he was looking like on course for possibly his best result. Jake Baskinger's already caught some lap traffic. He's got to get by him, or else some of those cars behind him will go and get him, as he's going by Truck Tauger in the 23 car, in the 023. James Silverfox is next, and now Vincent Allen's being held up by Tauger. Allen looked like he was going to try and get by him on the inside, but, well, that didn't exactly work out too well for him. And actually, Zeb Stark into the wall now, and, luckily for Stark, everybody pretty much minded their P's and Q's around him, but Stark is very slow, and actually holds up 4th place Tomas Saarinen. Jake Baskinger is now being held up by James Silverfox, who's in dead last right now. Silverfox has kind of regained composure of that car, but Vincent Allen is closing in on the back of the 4 car now. On board with Vincent Allen around this very narrow and tight Darlington Raceway. Not a lot of room to make a pass here, so gotta be careful. Both Allen and Baskinger have dispatched of James Silverfox, and now they're going to have to deal with Rick Schultz, who is dreadfully slow right now. Well, not too slow, honestly, because Baskinger is, you're starting to see a big fall off now. They're about 2 seconds slower than what they were, or just under 2 seconds slower than what they were at the start of this race, and we're only 23 laps in. They're like a pit stop strategy. Whoever gets, I don't know, tires, while they're cool, aren't doing as slow as what they normally would here. So, like I said, tire fall off will be a factor in this race. Schultz now is blocking the 4 car, but the 4 dives under him, shakes his fist at him. Baskinger is looking a bit more intent there, as now Vincent Allen stuck behind Schultz, and Schultz is guarding the middle of the racetrack, pretty much eliminating any chance of Allen getting by. Oh, Schultz in the wall! Allen's going up with him! And lucky for Silverfox, he dove under that there. Schultz clearly overdrove it there. A little further back, we got a big pack here trying to lap Zeb Stark here, who pitted. And now Cavagnaro's got to deal with him now, as you got Nick Mason, Noah Hart there as well. Hart's going to try and get as many positions as he can because he's fighting for a championship now. Been a long time since he won a race before Ohio. Last time was at the Sandusky Speedway that Noah Hart won a race. So good to see Hart back in a race-winning car. Oh, we got problems on track. Roman Rahal's in it. Looks like both S3s are in it. Couple more cars. Got a piece there. Matt Duncan was in it. So we're starting to see a incident there. Came in a little late on it, and I don't think we got footage of it because they were all focused on the battle up front. Rahal got into the wall. Rahal got into the wall, and the two S3 cars came in there and really had nowhere to go. And, well, Vander Pesch had nowhere to go either. And Matt Duncan kind of was the car that put Rahal into the wall. So first caution came out on lap 27. That's the product of this tire fall off. I don't think Rahal or Matt Duncan realized how low of tires they had, and they thought they could pull off a move that they could. So Jake Baskinger is going to lead. Pretty much everybody got new tires that time around. I think you're going to see that every time a caution does come out, they're going to get new tires. Because like I said, this track is really beating tires to death here. Jake Baskinger leads the field down to the green once again. Baskinger, I believe, has led nearly every lap of the race. Green flag is out. And away they go. Vincent Allen does not get a great start. Looks like actually Saarinen's going to dive underneath him. And Sari's going to try and go for second position here. And I think he's going to get it. Yes, he does. He grabs it there. Oh, we got some cars that hit the wall there, and we got some really, really slow traffic on the outside there. That pack's being held up by Matt Duncan. Surprised we're not seeing a closer packed car, closer, tightly packed pack. But they seem to be minding their own P's and Q's right now, for that matter, as Cavagnaro and Fabrosis had bad pit stops. As Vincent Allen and Jake Baskinger got a problem. Yeah, Jake Baskinger feels like, yeah, they had a problem there with the lapped traffic. And I think they both hit the same piece of debris there going down the back stretch, and they both had tires going down, so tough break for both of them. Baskinger has dominated this race, and Vincent Allen, well, has been a clear second place car, but Saarinen takes the lead. Another heartbreak here. Nathan McCain got the same bit of debris that the two cars else got, except this time it punctured his car radiator, and now his car is blowing up as a result of that. Or punctured into the engine compartment, believe it or not, and it really, really damaged that car badly, and well, Nathan McCain would fall out of the race, so this is going to throw a wrench into the championship, as McCain was either leading it or close to leading it. It was either him or James Shelley that was leading the points, leaving Ohio. So right now, Tuomas Saarinen has a pretty big lead over second position, which is his teammate, Alan Cavagnaro, who has a big run over third for Brosis. Siren's up to fourth as Noah Hart lost that position. He's battling with longtime friend Zeb Stark, both from Georgia. They're battling down the back straightaway there. Cooper Siron's doing a nice job there, trying to get his championship hopes back online, as this pack is very, very aggressive as, whoa, the 5 got really aggressive with the 6 there. Angel and Richard Johnson having a pretty spirited battle there, as Jacob Hart's looking also maybe, oh, Richard Johnson on the outside's making it work, but Angel's fighting back on the inside. Now Johnson's fighting back on the outside, so we're seeing this track. It has two different racing grooves that work. It's all about how your car is running, as it looks like Lamas forces Hart to the high line. Matt Duncan caught the wall, I think, there, was close to, and had to back way out of the throttle, which sacrifices the outside line's run, and, well, puts Jacob Hart in a pretty precarious position, as now, oh, there goes an aggressive jump on the gas by Lamas, but it pays off. Great move by Cody Lamas, as now the pack is being held up by Matt Duncan once again, who is quite a bit slower than the majority of the field, but actually I'm wondering if somebody's going to dump him if he keeps up the blocking. Ike Durbin's now on a charge. They put a handling adjustment in that car. Oh boy, there's a wreck. Matt Duncan, I called that one. Shelton's in it. Oh boy, we got somebody's upside down. I believe that's Duncan again. It's either Duncan or Travell. There's Shalrod in it. The race leader of Saarinen's in it. Ryusu, Travell went upside down. Saarinen's got serious damage though, as he was coming up to lap him. Oh, we got more problems on the front stretch now. Cavagnaro's in it. Oh boy! What are they doing? Travell hits the wall. What on earth is going on? So this whole incident started when it looks like that was Zeb Stark was breaking down on the outside line. Matt Duncan really had nowhere to go. Pretty simple wreck, and then the outside line really started backing up there. Yeah, the 96 at Trevelle, who was trying to avoid the incident, slides up the track, causing that one, flipping him upside down, or on his side at least. I think he went upside down, and that's when Ryusu came down the track, collects race winner last season, Shawrot. Saarinen, the leader, gets caught up in that mess. And then there's a wreck further up the track that involves race leader Cavagnaro. And there's Fabrosis, the third place man. Siren, the fourth place man, got in it. I don't know what happened. So this one started when Nick Mace was avoiding the wreck, gets up into Vincent Allen, and then this second pack with DeLise and Fitzwater show up onto the scene, not knowing what's going on. There's where Matt Duncan and Sanford get into it, so we got even more craziness here. There's where Fabrosis and Siren plow in there. There's really nowhere to go when the track's blocked like that. So we're on board with Cooper Siren. He jumps on the brakes, but there's literally nowhere to go. And when you're going at that kind of rate of speed, you can't really stop either. And there goes our camera. On board with reigning series champion Charlie Fabrosis, and he thought there was an outside clearing there because the Red Bull wasn't on site. Well, that didn't work, and whoa, there goes Fabrosis upside down as Siren hit him. So yeah, DeLise, who was avoiding the first wreck, got on the apron, got up into Fitzwater, and then this is where a lot of cars just slid in there, not realizing what was going on, and even more chaos happens here because of Ryusu's, what was Ryusu doing? And the 96 at Trevelle. So Ryusu's going low. He goes low and drives pretty much into it. And then the 96, again, it's probably the same thing. Yeah, same thing. He goes low, and I don't think he realized that there was that weird angled wall of death there. I think they might need to go back and re-look at that. I'm not sure why it's there, but yeah, that was kind of stupid on both their parts. This would be a very long red flag period with Rick Schultz. Actually, the race leader would be Noah Hart. Cody Lamas would get promoted to second. Sean Angel third. Jacob Hart fourth. Richard Johnson fifth. Sean Galligan sixth. Ray Hall seventh. Roman Ray Hall seventh in a blue flare. Casey Lester eighth. Kyle Schock Jr. ninth. DJ Curtis 10th. Eddie Shimpadkar 11th. James Shelley 12th. 13th would be Nick Pericles. 14th would be, not Alex Allen. 14th would actually be Tuomas Saarinen, who got away with it without too much of a problem there. Actually, I think the order has to be readjusted. I believe Alex Allen's 14th. 15th will be Thaber. 16th will not be Baskinger. Baskinger's a lap down. Shelton's a lap down. 17th will be Ike Durbin. 18th will be Washer. Fitzwater's a couple laps down. 19th will be Cross. 20th will be Saarinen. And, well, that's pretty much what we're at right now. Been a long red flag period. However, once we get going again under caution, James Shelley would have a mechanical problem as well, so I believe he is our points leader. James Shelley has a mechanical problem ever since refiring the car. Long 2-hour red flag period. We're approaching midnight right now. Not midnight, I'm sorry, around 11 o'clock right now. As the Ferrari pace car leads the field around some more. Noah Hart is going to be our leader today, or right now. Tail end lead lap will be Truck Tauger. And so Noah Hart, winner of Ohio, big championship contender. The majority of his championship compadres have fallen out of the race after that pretty silly large accident there. Noah Hart will be a serious threat. Points leader James Shelley would rejoin the race, which is good for his championship's sake. This is going to be a big thing for him. He's got to make sure that he can finish off the rest of the race because a lot of his contenders are out. And he can get a pretty big points lead if he is smart about it. So Noah Hart will lead the field back to the green. Truck Tauger on the outside line is fighting to stay on the lead lap. Schultz is a lap down, so we got a green flag now. After a long red flag, they're back racing here at Darlington. Noah Hart now has to fend off Cody Lamas, who hasn't won in a while. And, well, a bunch of cars trying to get back on the lead lap. That would be Jake Baskinger's one of them. If he catches another caution, he could be a serious, serious threat for this win, as we're looking at some of the pack getting spread out a little bit there as we're going through it. Hart still leads, but he's being held up by Trek Tauger. Schultz and Baskinger are running off into the distance. Silver Fox has another problem. Silver Fox's day has been an absolute nightmare. Sean Angel and Jacob Hart now are serious threats for this win, as Lamas has lost a couple spots. But Noah Hart continues to lead. He did something very similar at Ohio, in which he wasn't really there at the start of the race in the lead, but came up late and proved his worth later on in the race. So if Hart pulls this off again, he is a serious championship contender in the Toyota. Alex Allen, while they were still under caution, actually would blow up and fall out of the race. So tough break for Alex Allen. They were coming to the restart, and he broke down. They pushed the car behind the wall, however. He got it behind the wall. Luckily, there's a lot of room to do some work there. Zachary Fitzwater's holding up a lot of faster cars right now. Chris Washer, Cross, Shelley's in that pack. Shelley actually got by Saarinen. Good for his championship hopes. But now Noah Hart is leading. This is kind of what Noah Hart wants to see as his championship contenders fall out. And he's about 70 points down, and you can gain 50 in a weekend. So Noah Hart's licking his chops. He might be like 10 points, 20 points back after this race is concluding if he stays up there. But he's got Sean Angel on him now. And we got a yellow. I can't imagine what this was. This was Rick Schultz, looks like. So Rick Schultz is battling with Cody Lamas, the fourth place man, and Schultz would hit the wall and spin out and bring out the yellow. Actually, ARCSOA was trying to be pretty liberal with it and kept it green for a lot longer than really it should have. Oh boy, that was close. Schultz just backed up practically right into his teammate there. I bet Roman Rahal needs new pants after that one. So once again, the entire field's going to pit here. Pretty much after every caution, I think you're going to see pit stops due to the tire fall off. Arguably, that big wreck might have been caused by tire fall off. So what this is also going to do is get Jake Baskinger and, I believe, Rahal, or I'm sorry, that would have been Schultz back on the lead lap, but it wasn't. They got Jake Baskinger back on the lead lap, so Jake Baskinger, the dominant car early on the lead lap. Baskinger could be a threat. Kyle Schock Jr. is going to roll the dice, however. He was the one car to stay out. And his tires, he didn't think that there was that long of a green flag run, so he's going to try and stay out a little bit here and pray for another caution and gain massive amounts of track position. If he gets a caution, this could be a race-winning move. And he got a great start there, however, Noah Hart did as well, and they have a very slow Fitzwater on the inside line, who pretty much bogs everybody else down. However, Noah Hart, that's the last thing Schock wanted to see, was Noah Hart getting a good start. And now he's got Noah on his rear bumper, practically. However, Schock on old tires is holding off pretty well right now. So Kyle Schock Jr., I gotta give him props for that. They're pulling off a risky strategy, and it seems to be working right now. He actually led one lap longer than I thought he would. However, Noah Hart is all over his rear bumper. And I don't think this is going to last very long for Schock, as, well, Schock's holding his own right now. Schock's doing a lot better than I thought. Scary moment for the pack when Zachary Fitzwater pretty much lost control of the car, and you'll see a lot of cars just scattering. They would get away safely. However, I gotta give props to Roman Rahal in the blue flare. P9 in a blue flare car. And I gotta give props to Nick Pericles. 12th in a blue flare car. They are right now beating an Audi, a Cathnex, a Porsche, a Pure Michigan, a Durban Sport, and a Ferrari. They are faster than all those cars right now, and Rahaal's on the move. Now, they're saying Rahaal has already got a contract with Blue Flare next season. However, if I'm a bigger team, I'm looking at Roman Rahal to get a good ride. Pericles has got a Silver Sport ride, but Rahal, I think, he's right now racing with a Red Bull and is doing an awesome job in a Blue Flare car. I think Roman Rahal should have a better car next season than just a measly Blue Flare, except unless a Blue Flare ends up being good, kind of like how they are right now. Blue Flare is looking strong, but I'd be on the lookout for a better team for Roman Rahal, and I think some teams are definitely going to take notice of that, i.e. Porsche. I think he'd be a great fit in that team. Noah Hart now is all over the back of Kyle Schock Jr. and is going to make the move to the inside. Schock just doesn't have the tires right now, and Noah Hart grabs the lead. Right now, Schock is about a second slower than any of his competitors right now. Those tires have really fallen off on Schock. He pulled off a pretty good strategy, though, and is doing a lot better on it than I thought. I'd be worried, though, about his tires maybe lasting a little longer. However, if I'm Schock, I might be thinking, at the end of the race, these guys are going to be on low tires. Schock's going to have to make a pit stop. However, the rest of the field might as well. So Schock could be in a good position here if he pits early. If he short pits his tires and gets back up the grid, Schock could be a race winner contender here. Richard Johnson, the final start for Eurosport, is going to fall out of the race. Tough break for Richard Johnson. He had a good race going, missed the big one, and, well, tough break for him. Noah Hart has a 3-second lead. However, Sean Angel is quickly reeling that one back. I believe Schock has pitted, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where Schock is. Yeah, Schock's on pit road right now. Can't go any further with those tires. Tough break for him. However, Noah Hart's lead is quickly being eroded right now, as Hart's having issues getting by his slow friend Zeb Stark, and here comes Sean Angel, who has saved tires quite well in this run, might I add. Sean Angel has, and now Angel's going to be a threat in this race. With only a handful, well, not really a handful, there's a little more than a handful to go, but Noah Hart is now trying to get by his friend, as maybe that friendship will end prematurely due to this, because Noah Hart needs the points he can for a championship here. However, Angel's had a pretty disastrous year in his standards. I expected Angel to be a championship contender this year. But Porsche's been quick, they've just had a ton of bad luck this season. However, Noah Hart would get by Zeb Stark, and Angel wouldn't as well, so Hart would open up another bigger lead there, but now it's down to Angel. Angel, I believe, has a faster car right now than Hart does. So it's going to be a big challenge here to see what he can do. And actually, we're seeing Cross come down pit road as well, so we're starting to see cars pit for tires. I saw Traugers coming in as well. So we're starting to see cars maybe take the tire gamble. However, Schock lost 2 laps by taking that tire gamble. Schock lost 2 laps, however, he's still in the points, thankfully, but Schock right now, I believe, is, except for the fact that he's being held up in traffic, when he was by himself, was the fastest car on track, so Schock? I don't know, if Hart, I believe Hart's going to have to pit. He's going to have to. Angel probably will as well, but we're looking at lap speeds. Hart's actually quicker right now than Angel, so I don't know. However, Hart would have a big slide, and Angel wouldn't. Angel, who saved his tires now, is back on Hart's bumper. Hart is now struggling with that car. Angel's all over him now, almost a second faster than Hart now, as Hart has used up too much of his tires. Now Angel's having a slow lap now. Hart was a little quicker that time. Actually, no, Angel was a little quicker. Angel's looking. I think Angel's lap was just hampered by Hart, so now it's a mano-a-mano battle for the win. Noah Hart, the Ohio winner, versus Sean Angel. Angels, Hart's definitely struggling now. Third place. It's in the wall. In the wall. Gets off the wall, however, and he's going to lose third to Galligan. Lamas will, as the pack now with Casey Lester and DJ Curtis are pretty tight now. Here comes Shock Jr. 18th place, man. Still the fastest car on track right now. Angel looked for the lead, but didn't get it. Noah Hart's going to have to deal with the slow Tuomas Saarinen car. About almost a half second slower than he is. This is going to be Angel's shot, except Angel, I think, has now used up his tires. So, it's a duel. It's a duel. One mistake could cost either of these guys the win. They've been sliding around like madmen today. The tire fall-offs made this race incredibly close now. We've seen the big wreck. We've seen everything now. And Angel gets a good run off the corner. If Angel dives low, he might be able to get something done if he brakes late, but no. Oh, Sari's in the wall. Sari's in the wall. He's not going to be a factor for either of them. But they're going to come up to Eddie Champadkar, the 14th place man. This is what new tires can do for you. Kyle Schock Jr., 2 laps down, is going to race to get one of his laps back. He is clearly about, and he's been had a couple of laps on those, about 10 laps on those tires. He's still 2 seconds faster than Noah Hart. He won't be a threat to win, but if he caught a caution, Schock would have looked like a G. Well, no, Schock would have been still a lap down, but if they would have pit for green flag pit stops, however, they're really low on tire wear now. Really low on tires. Schock maybe would have had the right strategy if Noah Hart and Sean Angel pit. Oh, Hart slides a bit. Hart slides, and Angel's going to take the lead with only 4 to go. Sean Angel to the lead, and Noah Hart, oh boy, I think he might have a tire going down. I think, yeah, Hart might have a tire. I think Noah Hart's going to have to come in. He's staying out on a really worn tire. I think Angel's going to win this. DJ Curtis has closed in on him a little bit. Hart did a 30-second lap that time around. They're used to running 26s. However, Angel would lose control of the car and hit the wall with only 2 to go, coming to 2 to go. So Hart now is going to take the lead back. So Noah Hart grabs the lead, and now we've got a battle of old tires. DJ Curtis might be a factor in this if either of them make a mistake. Hart's got the lead with only a lap and a half to go. We got a wreck on the backstretch. Schock's around. Is this going to be it? Yes, it's going to be it. So this is the final lap. Noah Hart is going to win 2 in a row. Here as he takes the yellow flag and the white flag. We'll see what happened to Schock here in a minute. But yellow flag is out. Angel really couldn't do anything there. We'll get a look at the yellow. We'll get a look at what caused the final yellow. Schock was battling with his teammate, Chris Washer. Washer would hit the wall on old tires and, well, collect his teammate. Looked like ARCSOA once again was trying to keep it green for a while, but Schock had to back up, and, well, that would bring out the yellow. However, at the amazingly fast speed of 45 miles an hour, Noah Hart would win his 2nd race in a row here at the Darlington Speedway and really solidify a championship run here. Sean Angel 2nd, 3rd place is DJ Curtis, 4th is Sean Galligan, 5th is Casey Lester, I believe that's Sean Galligan, yes it is. 5th is Casey Lester, 6th would be Jacob Hart, 7th would be Lamas, 8th would be Baskinger, who dominated early on, 9th would be Shelley, 10th would be Ike Durbin, 11th would be Nick Pericles, just missing out on Blue Flare's first top 10. 12th, a little further back, I don't know who's in 12th, as Washer seems like he's after somebody. And, well, yeah, that's your order, pretty much. And it looks like he's angry at Noah Hart, it looks like. Wow, Hart must have done something to tick off Washer there. But anyway, let's go to your finishing results.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in the peaceful dreams I see, the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile